welcome to the next episode of the podcast.
The podcast.
This one is about Steven Universe. that's the title. That's the episode name. I'm gonna call it the Bespoke Podcast. This one is about Steven Universe.
Yeah. So they're all cartoons, so we're keeping it in a theme. And
keeping it themed.
If anybody says any differently, I will rain holy hellfire on them.
They're all new cartoons.
Exactly, new cartoons. That's our theme.
Because Adventure Time is ending soon.
Exactly.
And it would be a shame if the greatest podcast to ever exist ended so soon after its inception.
Wow, what a shame that would be.
What a shame. So we're doing a Steven Universe podcast about the new 6 Steven Universe episodes.
Yeah, we're branching out to the new Steven Universe episodes, the one that came out after. That was the longest hiatus, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was the longest hiatus ever.
Excellent.
And it made a lot of people mad when they came back with what they had. It's like, well, thinking about like the content of the episodes, it probably would have made more sense if it came out like pretty much immediately after like the previous.
I've got a feeling
7 episodes.
Yeah, I got a feeling Steven Universe is gonna play a lot better during the binge watches.
Yeah, I think that's definitely like people are gonna be like, oh, it was just after a whole like half a year of waiting. It was just a bunch of Beach City episodes, which they're kind of wrong.
Yeah.
But I sort of see where they're coming from. Like, not a whole lot of serious like, what's the next arc going to be? Nothing like came up because this was all like dealing with the fallout from the previous 7 episodes.
Right, yeah.
Which is important, and it was really good.
It was, yeah, I mean, for one, anybody who doesn't like Beach City episodes can pretty much just get right out of here, just as a principle. But other than that, the point is, when you're watching this in the binge watch, you're going to be very happy to have, like, the break from all of the enormous space stuff going on. All the trials going on in space. You're going to be real happy that we're taking a cool, nice personal look at Steven now. We're not any physical danger to Steven, but a lot of emotional danger.
A lot of emotion. These 6 episodes are actually, after watching them again, they're really important for Steven's character overall. Yeah. Because he's like a guy who he's nice to everyone.
Yeah.
He wants to help everyone. He's just the nicest guy in the universe. So how do you give that character a flaw?
Exactly.
And the answer to that question is guilt. Because that is his flaw.
Yeah.
He has guilt.
He does have guilt.
And which is sort of established was sort of like the part of mindful education.
Yeah.
But like this and like also what he did in the previous 7 episodes were sort of the result, the sort of like consequence of the guilt, basically.
Yeah. Basically what happened was he messed up and he didn't even know it when he got back. he messed it up. And Connie's not happy about it.
Lion disapproved.
Lion is in Connie's corner and actually goes home with Connie, which is pretty funny. Like, Connie now has, like, instant teleportation anywhere she wants because Lion's on her side now.
That's the greatest face.
Yeah, that was... that was the most interesting part when I first watched the episode, was like, bye, Lion. I guess Lion's not all that loyal to Steven.
Yep. It was... Yeah, he gave him the disapproving lion face.
Yeah,
it was
He definitely did.
If someone gave that face to me, I would feel ashamed immediately. It was pretty terrifying.
Well, so after the whole kerfuffle with Connie, and Connie's stormed away. We're starting the episode. Yeah, we're starting the episode. Dewey wins. Everyone's favorite character.
Mayor Dewey.
Everyone's favorite small town, small success politician, Mayor Dewey.
Yep, Mayor Dewey.
Who cannot even beat anybody in a race. And has maintained power solely through unopposed races.
Solely through
as we learned.
Apathy.
And Mayor Dewey's reign over Beach City finally makes sense because there's no way anybody else would ever lose to Mayor Dewey.
Yep. So Nanafwa runs against Mayor Dewey and essentially just destroys him because she has...
Well, it's mostly because Mayor Dewey is a completely incompetent politician.
Well, yeah.
And there's a reason why he's never risen above mayor of an extremely small town.
Yep.
And we really learn about a lot about Mayor Dewey's character in this. That he's a coward and that he has no people skills.
Yeah, so basically the gist of the episode, Mayor Dewey throws the race.
Yeah.
And this makes Steven sad, and he realizes that he made Connie upset. And that's basically the entire episode.
Yeah, so even though Steven was probably right to do what he did.
Yeah, even though Steven, he was, it's like doing it for the right reasons, but...
you should have consulted somebody on this first.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have just... I mean, there's probably a way to prevent the situation in the first place. I'd have to rewatch those episodes to see where you really messed up.
I mean, basically, this episode is really about Steven. And Dewey's only there just to be there.
Yeah. Steven's trying to give Dewey, like, a much-needed boost to his career. And he's just fumbling the opportunity at every turn. He just cannot do anything right.
Like how I fully believe maybe Connie and Steven could have saved the day together if they had worked together.
Yeah,
maybe Steven could have saved Dewey's career.
He could have saved Mayor Dewey's political career.
Seems like he's capable enough in the realm of politics.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he's capable. Doesn't look like Mayor Dewey is capable enough in the area of not giving up as soon as things get hard.
Anyway.
Right. So, next episode.
Yeah, basically that was all that happened in this episode. Steven realizes he screwed up.
Steven realizes that he is Mayor Dewey to Connie.
Which sets up basically the two other episodes later. So, it has its own mini arc, this 6 episodes. So, immediately after this episode, we have Raising the Barn.
Oh
boy. Which people complaining on, there wasn't development to the plot. There was a lot of development to the plot.
I don't understand what people are saying. So, if you go anywhere, depending on where you go, there's going to be some people talking loads of garbage about loads of things about Steven Universe. And most of them don't make sense. Most of them, they're just talking, complete nonsense.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've heard people say, no telling how widespread this cancer is, but it's like people are saying, oh, how could they just took Lapis and Paradigm, they shoved him in a barn 1,000,000 miles away. What are they doing? I want more. And it's like, dude, they're in every other episode.
They are in a lot of episodes.
What are you talking about?
They do
just because they're not in the same house every single episode doesn't mean they're gone. But they're at the barn every single episode, dude. What are you talking about? The barn is awesome. I love the barn. I love how it's full of purple.
I love the barn. Now it's gone.
Well, yeah, it's gone now, but... It's gone now, but... While it lasted, it was great. And I mean, it's obviously going to come back eventually. They're not just going to write Lapis out of the show for the rest of the time.
I don't think Lapis is going to be in space for that long.
Yeah, I mean, Lapis is too popular of a character to just shoot off into space.
Never see her again. No.
And you know what? I think Lapis is very reasonable in what she's doing. It's obviously, I don't, it would be bad if she had kidnapped Peridot or something and forced her to go into space, but it seems pretty reasonable to me to not be involved in a war.
Well, it's it's basically, sometimes I like to see Lapis as sort of she's gone a little insane because she's been trapped in a mirror for several thousand years or whatever.
She's got to be at least a little bit.
She's a little crazy.
She's got to at least have a little bit. That's just emotional scar right there.
Yeah. Well, not a little crazy. She's just a little bit damaged.
Which, is understandable.
So, But this was actually a very reasonable thing for her to do. She was like, I don't want to be around here.
Yeah, it's like
when this planet gets blown
it's
up.
It's like, look, buddy, I know you think you can win. I know you think you can win this one, but
I don't think it's gonna work.
Good luck with that.
And it was really good the way they did it too, because like Peridot sort of being like, well, what about the crops? The plants will have to take care of themselves.
Yeah,
what about the TV? We'll bring the TV.
Desperately.
Yeah. It's like, it's pretty obvious from the very beginning that Peridot does not want to go.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like you see this coming like a mile away. It's like, all right, this is where this is going. And they sort of build to it. It's really good.
Yeah. So it all makes sense. It all fits together. And then Lapis's, and then, oh yeah, what I really liked about the episode was, like, at the very end, when Peridot is, showing off her emotional vulnerability at the end. Like, the music cues and everything about the lighting and stuff.
It was so it was like, because, like, she's, like, saying, like, Earth is our home now. Don't you want to protect it?
She's giving the exact same speech.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then you just hear that.
The bells.
The bells.
The Lapis's bells. Like, it was like, for a moment, for that split second, you think, maybe she's gonna convince Lapis. Maybe they're gonna stay.
Yeah.
But then, like, you see the face and you hear the little bells, and it's like, oh no,
not getting involved in another war.
She's going. She's out of here.
She's out of there.
With the barn.
With the barn. She's taking the barn with her. I mean,
so good. It was so good.
And I mean, eagle-eyed viewers out there will recognize that. I mean, this is basically the same situation as with the mirror. She through this while her position is reasonable, her abandonment of Earth has pretty much left it. Like, I mean, what was the problem with the mirror? The mirror is that she's trapped in one place alone for a very long time. What's the situation right now? She's in a distant corner of her space. Alone.
In a barn.
I mean, slightly more spacious this time, perhaps, but more or less the same situation.
Yeah, she's gonna be alone, and that's gonna, I don't know.
I think that's gonna be the main driver of her coming back. She's gonna be like, well, I mean, if I'm gonna be alone, trapped somewhere,
might as well be trapped with other people.
Might as well be trapped with a bunch of crazy people like Steven.
Yep.
As opposed to.
It was a really, really good episode.
Yeah.
Like, at the very end, they're, like, in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the bathroom. I can't wait until next episode. Oh, wait, no, that's not until the next episode. Episode.
But
we're on
the Peridot's just like, what do we do now?
It's like, she's like, back to our ancestral home in the bathroom. All right. Gemcation. Cringe the episode.
But like,
God.
That's not. I don't think that's totally fair. It feels like this is like part 2 of the 3-part story of this arc with Steven.
No. I didn't mean to imply that it wasn't a good episode by any means.
Oh yeah, it was a very good episode.
But it is indeed cringe the episode, where it's just like everyone's pretty much pulling out like the old tricks out of the bag to like what's always worked with Steven, like what can we do? And everyone's doing it, like everyone's pulling out all the stops. And it's just like Steven is just not helpful. Oh boy.
It's like, so you're really into phones now?
Yeah, you're really into phones now? I think that was the best line.
That's a pretty good line, yeah.
Where it's just like, Amethyst is like, oh man. I think one of my favorite moments was when it's like, Garnet's like, come on, get in the hot tub. And he's like, okay, give me 1 second. Puts his phone in a bag and just jumps in the hot tub into all of his clothes.
Yeah. It's like, come, Steven, become a raisin.
Become a raisin with him. And I guess Future Sight could not see far enough into the future this time.
Ineffective.
Yeah, oh well.
Against Steven's angst. It's really it's the only thing to call it, really. It's like, he's upset.
Yeah. So other than the moments where, Steven's sitting down with the gems individually, it's a pretty funny episode. I really like the jokes in this episode, like when it says, before entering, remove all shoes.
Just throws the So yeah, it's all about Steven dealing, sort of like being a teenager. Yeah, basically. Steven being a teenager, I think it's well earned. I don't think I've seen some like, oh, Steven's all angsty, but it's like, yeah, but
this is the only time though. If he had been angsty all the time, then it would have been would have been boring and lame. But
yeah, but
now that this is the first time, it's special.
Yeah, because like, wow, this is really messing Steven up. You can see it just like looking at him.
Like you said, it's earned.
It's very earned.
They've held back on the angst.
And I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically the entire episode of Steven being like,
and then
so sad.
Steven's dad.
Steven's dad saves the day.
I love. He's like, I can do this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got it
about space, but I know about this.
I can get him.
I get this.
Yeah.
That was a good moment. I really like that.
Really showed Greg showing his strength in here.
Did you like go through the episode and pause and read all of Ronaldo's texts?
I don't think I could.
I did just because.
What was it, Princess Koala?
It was basically all just dumb stuff about Princess, except for the last one, which involved him like breaking into Steven's house because like he wasn't getting any texts.
Oh my god.
So yep.
Man, Ronaldo is gonna get shot one of these days, and I'm not gonna feel sorry for him at all.
This one is hard to talk about because, like I said, it's like part 2 of the 3-part thing.
Yeah.
So let's like move on to the next episode, and then we'll then we'll wrap it all up in the final episode.
Back to the kindergarten.
Oh yeah, back to the kindergarten.
So Steven's finally out of his slump.
Not really.
Well, a little bit. He's out of his slump enough that he can start helping Peridot out of her slump.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got like the sad him getting dressed in the morning music.
Oh my gosh.
I like that. That was hilarious.
I don't think any shot in this new batch of episodes made me laugh more than it's just like opening the door on Peridot and she's just face down and there's sad music playing.
It's like barnyard music. Yeah. Weird country music.
Yeah. It's just like it's just like the saddest farm music in the whole world. Well, near.
Yep.
Oh man. And I guess Amethyst just happens to walk by so they can go to the kindergarten together.
Yeah, Amethyst is like, alright, we need to get her out of there.
I mean, Amethyst and Peridot have had, a little bit more of a
bond like the other gems.
Like between Peridot and the other gems.
Yeah, I can see that. So
I can see why Amethyst would be like, dude, come on.
All right,
this is disgusting. You're disgusting me right now.
This is unacceptable behavior.
I'm literally, I can't even look at you. You're so disgusting.
I got like the sad face.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did that literally just for the meme images.
Yeah, I know.
They've like, look, people make funny memes out of the faces we do sometimes. Let's do one on purpose.
Yeah, let's make a really funny face. and it was a very funny face.
It was really good. It's like, you could make us feel dumb by telling us about stuff we don't know. I miss that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And the long and short of it is they try to grow stuff in the kindergarten and it doesn't work, and then they fuse. It was great.
Well, Steven and Amethyst fuse.
Yeah, Steven and Amethyst fuse. We haven't seen the Peridot fusion yet. That's still hyped up.
Still.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta happen eventually.
It's gotta happen eventually.
I'd say the Lapis Peridot fusion is probably gonna happen before the series ends.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, maybe Steven Peridot. Who knows? Maybe. But I think Lapis Peridot is the most likely.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, and maybe Amethyst Peridot.
But like this episode is a very good lesson. Sometimes things are ruined forever and you can never fix them.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story is, well, you can't fix everything, which is nice.
Sometimes everything is broken and it's all terrible forever.
It's nice that Steven didn't just like spit on the floor and like his magic healing.
I never even thought of that, but I'm surprised I didn't try that.
Well, I'm glad it didn't work because I do like how not everything can be solved.
Yeah, the kindergarten is like, it is just broken.
Yeah, the kindergarten.
Nothing can ever be done.
It makes sense that something that's been ruined 5,000 years ago by hyper advanced gem technology that's designed specifically for this purpose couldn't be fixed in, a day by laying some topsoil down.
Yeah. That's the moral of the story. It's
Moral
like,
of the story.
some things are broken forever. But
Some
that doesn't mean everything's terrible forever.
Well, I mean, that's not the real moral of the story. The real moral of the story is that sometimes things are broken forever, but that doesn't mean you are broken forever. Is the moral of the story. You can move past those things.
Yeah.
And then that scene when they're riding back and they're looking at all those flowers and they're like, well, we can't save there, but we can still do stuff around here.
Yeah. Everything's not lost.
Why don't we start trying to do this anywhere else?
Why don't we plant flowers anywhere else?
Yeah.
Like in Paradox, like, it's not... Lapis is gone, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Things are gonna be okay.
And I mean...
You have other friends.
And I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest, Paradox. You're being a little hyperbolic if you think that's broken forever, because there's no way Lapis is coming back.
Lapis is definitely coming back.
You should know from your knowledge of tropes that you gained from watching...
Watching seasons of Camp Piney Hearts. Lapis is definitely
hurts. She's definitely gonna come back.
Or maybe they're gonna go find her.
Maybe they're gonna have to get a spaceship.
I don't know. Lapis doesn't. Thinking about it. Lapis is gonna come back, but she's not a character that often exerts a lot of agency.
That's true.
Not even. I mean, not in a bad storytelling way, but in her character way. She doesn't She likes to just she'll just sort of stay put with things.
That's true.
Without trying to change them much.
That's true.
Part of her character.
I'm sure I'm not sure, but my guess would be that this would be an exception because of what I said. She's all alone, and so she's basically gonna figure out oh wait, this is basically the exact same thing as being in a mirror. So
I don't know. I think it occurred to me maybe that she's just gonna be she's gonna be miserable because she's all alone up there. But she's also just gonna say well, this is my life now.
Well, maybe.
And
I think now that she's gotten a taste for friends.
She's got a taste for friends. She's got a piece of that Steven friendship magic.
And now that she's hooked on that, she's got a little bit of taste. She's addicted now. She's
addicted to friendship.
That old dragon friendship.
Friendship.
I don't think she's gonna be able to stick it out there. She's gonna be she's gonna start. She's gonna be making fake friends. She's gonna be talking to her meat morphs. But she doesn't even have Pumpkin up there. So
no, she doesn't have Pumpkin. All she has is Steven's leaf, which reminds her of the time Steven gave her a leaf.
Yeah, great.
That's all she's got.
Which I mean, is a great meat morph for anybody wondering. It should be in a museum.
It should be in a museum.
But
yeah, that's basically this episode.
Yeah.
Moral is everything's ruined forever, but that's okay.
We raised the barn.
We saved.
We did this out of order.
We did this out of order? No,
Raising the barn was second.
No, Raise the Barn was when Lapis left. We were talking about Back to the Kindergarten.
Oh, yeah. We were still talking about
I'm editing all this out, by the way.
Please do, because I was looking at it.
You being an idiot is not acceptable in this podcast.
I just looked right. I looked at Raising the Barn. I was like, we're talking about Lapis a lot. Lapis was only in one episode. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we are cutting out from here.
We are talking about Lapis a lot, despite her not being in this episode.
Well, she's the whole reason the episode's happening.
Yeah, that's true. She did cause this episode.
All right, Sadie Killer!
And just like that, we're moving on to Sadie Killer. Actually, give me 1 second.
Smooth transition.
Sadie Killer is an episode about Sadie.
Yeah, it's a Sadie episode, finally.
Finally, yeah.
Sadie's the coolest townie.
Sadie, she's definitely the one that gets the most time of all of them.
And good, because she's the best.
She is the best. And
Lars doesn't deserve her. I mean, maybe now that he killed himself, but... not anymore.
Maybe now that he's been resurrected.
Certainly not before.
Maybe now he deserves Sadie.
And this episode is all about how... somehow Sadie is running a store on her own.
Yeah, I don't know how this is the case.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no.
How is she doing this?
Even if you reduced, it brings up the point that there's no way they could have run the store with 2 people either. This would have basically been the same.
Yeah.
Point being that this donut place really needs
Yeah, why is there only 2 employees in the
I guess there's just no one to hire.
No one else is willing to work at the donut shop.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but I mean that raises the question how a donut shop got set up down there in the first place.
I will do everything in my power to hire a new donut boy. Bringing it back. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, basically
Sadie's it's gonna take all of his power to do.
Yeah. Sadie's miserable because Lars is gone, and also she has to work all of his shifts.
Yeah, apparently. But luckily, it gives her the inspiration that we will see later when she joins.
She joins the
She
band.
joins the jam crew.
Joins the jam crew. Quits her job. Becomes free
Should have happened
of the shackles.
Should have happened a long time ago.
This is like actually kind of like a progression for her character.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like,
she had the whole talk about how like, well, you know, that's what I know.
That's what I know.
And then she realized, wait a minute, this sucks. I hate what I know.
This is terrible. So she's like, I quit.
What an inspiration.
What an inspiration.
No more donuts though.
We need who's gonna run the donut shop? Who's gonna get Steven his donuts?
Never gonna happen.
Or maybe they'll just hire like Buck Dewey.
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't seem to have a job.
Seem to have a job. But
then he wouldn't be in the band.
Yeah, then what? You can't be in the band and work at the big
Oh,
donut.
of course, Mayor Dewey.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I can't believe I didn't think of this until just now.
He's going to be the
It's
new
like,
donut
I need
boy.
to go look for a new job. Like, he's going to be the new donut guy.
Oh,
That's
wow. How did I not think of that?
Prediction. Maybe.
And he also said, I'm going to go hire a new donut boy. It's going to be himself.
It's going to be him.
Yeah. He's the new donut boy.
He's the new donut boy.
Whoops.
I can't believe we didn't think of that.
Yeah, that seems so obvious in retrospect.
Yeah.
Well then.
I guess this is the first time I've asked myself the questions like, who's going to run the donut shop?
Yeah, I guess. I've just assumed that it's going to shut down.
Mayor Dewey. Mayor Dewey's going to run. Well,
yeah.
No longer Mayor Dewey.
Just Dewey.
Just Billiam Dewey.
Just Donut Dewey, as they'll call him.
Donut Dewey.
But
yeah, basically...
Cool. That'd be pretty cool if it's like for the rest of the series. It's just like he's working at that shop.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
It's like... Maybe it'll lead to some major character moments for Buck Dewey.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway, the episode is Sadie's upset because Lars is gone, and she's miserable working her job.
And she channels her misery into her music.
Into her music, which is like sort of spooky.
Yeah, I know. That was kind of weird. Like they're going for like a monster mash over here. Like what's going on?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it. It sounded pretty great.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I like the other songs better.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't my favorite Steven Universe song.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It was good.
I mean, it was okay. I mean, as Steven Universe songs go, I thought it was kind of slow and plodding.
Well, I mean, yeah, because, like, most Steven Universe songs, they're really great because, like, they're, like, moving the plot forward.
Yeah.
They're, like, have a purpose, and they're, like, it's not just sort of like, and we're taking a break to have a song. It's like, no, this is, like, we're going. The song is displaying... important information.
There was a couple things I didn't like about the song in the sense that Sadie isn't as good as a singer as some of the other singers.
She's alright.
She's alright, but she's no Pearl.
Well, how can you be?
Yeah. But, you know, which you know, you can't blame them for, obviously, but also, you know, when you've got the expectations set that high, then, you know. And also, I thought the lyrics were kind of weird at points. Like, they just...
If you say so.
Like, I don't know. Like, the main chorus, just like... Why don't you just make that rhyme? It'd sound a lot better. Instead, it's just sort of like a sentence. But whatever. Still okay.
This has been the podcast song review.
Yeah, song review section.
We'll just do that every time there's a song.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talk about how great it is, or not great. But they're always great. They're always good. I don't think if there's ever been a really bad Steven Universe
there's never been a song where I've been like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay.
It's okay.
But anyway, Sadie joins the band.
Sadie quits her job, joins the band. That's pretty much the episode. And I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. Because there's like... Sadie's like changing and like things are changing. Everything's changing. The town is changing. Mayor's changing.
Mayor changed, yeah.
Lapis in the barn is in space.
Nanofoid.
There's so much stuff going on in these six episodes.
Everything has something happening, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Nanofloss finally relevant since that one beach episode.
Where we've been waiting for a long time.
I know, we've been waiting, Nanofloss.
Finally.
Nanofloss showing yourself to be the politician, but
Politician
being,
Beach City deserves.
The politician Beach City deserves, and we're talking about that even though that was the first episode.
Yeah.
So instead, we'll talk about Kevin Party.
Yeah, we're moving on to the part 3 of Steven's 3-part arc over this thing.
Yep.
And it's Kevin Party.
It's Kevin Party, and if you thought Jimcation was cringe, oh boy. Have I got news for you.
It's like Kevin Party. Kevin invites Steven to a party.
Yeah.
And when Kevin first shows up, the first thing Steven does is just completely ignore him, which is
get out of here.
Not even, he doesn't say anything, he just sort of turns away and walks away. It's that's the exact correct response.
Yeah. But through some wily words, Kevin convinces him, and those wily words were Connie's gonna be there.
Yeah, and also Steven is just a sad, desperate teenager.
Yeah, no, poor little sack.
Don't call him that.
He's a poor little sack, and he's
a sad
trying
sack.
to get it. He just really wants to talk to Connie again. But
so desperate that he takes advice from Kevin.
I know.
Who is the worst person.
Kevin, who is just a bad person in general. Oh boy.
I mean, apparently he got his heart broken or something.
Yeah, whatever. Give me a break, Kevin.
That's enough reason for Steven to be
yeah,
we're gonna be friends with Kevin anyway.
No.
But not for me. I don't think that's enough.
No. I think that he's a continuation of the some things are just broken beyond repair subtext from Back to the Kindergarten. He is the kindergarten in emotional moral form.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he'll grow out of it. He is a teenager too, but
well, yeah.
Point is, he's a bad person.
He does have some great lines in this episode.
Yeah, he does. But he does have great lines, but they're all there to emphasize what a bad person he is.
I need those old people to say my name as they die.
He's almost like an American Psycho-esque. He doesn't care if his these people are yeah, we're having a good time. He's no, you're not having a good time. I said so. This whole party is specifically to enhance my position as my social standing. This is to earn social currency right here. This is in no way for fun or for enjoyment in any way. All I want is for my business card to be the best and to have the best lettering and font on it. That's all I want. And if anybody gets in my way, I'll murder them. He hasn't gotten to that point yet.
I think it's only inevitable.
I mean, it's probably because he couldn't beat up Stevani, so...
Well, yeah. But basically, this whole thing is Steven, he goes to the party to try and see Connie. Connie goes to the party to try and see him.
And then he messes it up. It could have been great.
It just takes the entire episode for him to do that.
Yeah,
because he's a dumb teenager.
He's dumb.
That's basically.
So that was, I mean, it's not a problem with the episode. It's more of a problem with me. It's just it's too cringy for me to find it funny. Because it's all this stuff is played for laughs. Oh my gosh, bad idea. What are you doing, Steven? Haha, you're an idiot. But I don't know.
Gets you.
It just I can't laugh at it. I'm too busy oh boy.
Too busy empathizing with Steven.
I feel too sorry for Steven for this. But luckily it's not a problem because it all pays off and it all works out in the end.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. If they had
if he had messed it up,
if they had stretched it out for another few, I would have been all right, that's kind of stupid. But they cleared it up.
No. If what had happened was Steven breaks it and Steven Connie leaves and he's gone again and he's just in the same position as when he came. Yeah, I would be oh boy, this is the worst.
That would have been I would have called that bad episode.
Yeah, that would have been a bad episode. But it all works out. Connie's finally back.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
He says he's sorry, and Connie forgives him, and Lion forgives him.
And Lion forgives him too. And they're off into the sunset.
On Lion together. Connie also got a haircut.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, I
Looks
guess
good. I like it.
They got bored. They got bored drawing of her with long hair, I guess. Whatever.
I don't know. I like it.
Whew. Yep.
Yeah,
and then that's the new episodes.
That's all of them. Yeah.
New 6 episodes. The new Stephen Bomb.
Like we said, probably would have been better if these came out like closer to the previous episodes.
If this Stephen Bomb had come out like maybe a week after the last Stephen Bomb, or
even like a month after.
Even a month after, or I mean, ideally it would have just been one giant Stephen nuke.
Yeah, that would have, because like these just follow immediately. Yeah, exactly. It's not like
it's like direct continuity right here.
Yeah, this is like you have to watch the previous episodes to see these.
Yep. I mean, Steven Universe is long past the point where it's gonna make
you can't like pick it up from anywhere.
Yeah, it's not like you could just like, oh, let me just see what's going on in Steven Universe, and you're just like completely lost.
Yeah, because but like these in particular, they're just very like it's 6 episodes of dealing with the previous 6 episodes, and it was very good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Like,
they really wrapped up those 6 episodes.
They did. They and a lot of like they did both. Like a lot of stuff happened, and they sort of like dealt with the previous episodes. It was
because the previous couple of episodes were very climactic, right?
Yeah.
Very 3 episodes. The previous Stephen Bomb was very like action packed and like real lore stuff is happening, and you know, and it's nice to know. And the part of these new episodes that are dealing with those really help those feel more significant, like more like they aren't just being brushed off.
Yeah.
More like they aren't just like being left in the background. I mean, we didn't see Lars at all, which kind of sucked.
Yeah, well,
I kind of wanted to see new pink Lars more, but
well, I'm sure we'll definitely be getting to that.
Understandable that we can't see him at the moment.
He's in space.
I mean, there is a real explanation for why, and that's why, and it's because Lion is gone. Lion just isn't around for these episodes, so he couldn't really go see Lars.
Yeah,
it's a little bit selfish of Lion, but okay.
I wonder if that's how they're probably just gonna pick up with like that when they restart. Probably. It's probably gonna say, all right, and now they got Lion back. They're gonna go say hi to Lars.
Yeah. Still haven't found a way to get Lars back yet.
Yeah, well,
they're gonna have to
they'll figure it out. If they had jumped immediately into new stuff happening, that would have been too fast.
Yeah, it would have been like Whiplash.
Yeah, we needed some time.
All the
although we had half a year, but that's not the same.
All the gibbering fools out there who don't really know what they're talking about are gonna be like, oh man, I wish more stuff happened, blah 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 blah. But they don't understand they don't understand pacing.
They don't understand how good stories are told.
Yeah.
I understand.
You can't just have.
I guess on one hand it was 6 months, but if you just think about it as the entire show was one big thing.
Yeah.
Then it makes perfect sense. It's beautiful.
Yeah. There's a 6-month wait for you, but you gotta understand that 6-month wait is not everybody has to wait 6 months between those things.
They can't let the schedule define how the story is told. That doesn't make any sense. That's madness.
I mean, you could, and that'd be hilarious, but you'd have to build the whole show around that.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
You just have to make it as if it's a sequential thing.
Exactly. Well, yeah, because that's how it's going to be viewed for the rest of time.
Yeah, exactly.
This one time, it's inconvenient for you.
When people go back 100 years from now and watch the entirety of Steven Universe, because it will be in museums probably, because it's so great.
You're gonna have it on. You're gonna buy the box set from your local antique store.
No, man, they're gonna have new hollow DVD.
Yeah. Well, no, exactly. That's you gotta buy it in the original. You gotta buy the original. I'm gonna buy mine in VHS.
Maybe when the show does finally end, we'll actually be able to purchase the episode.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows though? Maybe Cartoon Network will just seal them away forever in a vault.
That would be sad.
Then we'll just have to pirate them.
No, we'll just have to steal them.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Sorry.
I'm not sorry. If Cartoon Network is gonna seal these in a vault for the rest of the time and never gonna sell them in any way, then sorry. I'm just gonna steal them.
I'm going to break.
I don't feel bad at all. I don't even feel bad a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, Steven Universe. It's a great show, and everybody should watch it.
All right.
That's the moral of the story.
What's your score? What's your score?
I don't like score.
You're gonna give me your score? Oh, else?
I don't like doing the scores.
Give it a score. The whole Steven Bomb has a score.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, actually, it kind of makes sense for this particular Steven Bomb because it's basically like a. Anyway, no, I'm not. I don't like
Take each
scores.
episode, rate it 1 out of 10, and then average the scores together.
I will give them each a thumbs up.
Okay, that's good.
That's all. That's the only scoring system I can accept. Thumbs up or thumbs. I'm not good at numbers.
As a whole,
would you like to give them all individual numbers?
Not individually. I'll give them all one big.
You were trying to get me to give them all an individual number.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Find your score. Give all of them a number score. No, I'm not doing math.
Average it out.
I'm not doing math.
Average it.
That was a joke.
That's actually anyway.
But
what is your number, Ben?
I give him. As a whole, I give him a 8.5 out of 10.
I don't know, whatever. Now you just have like people that will be like, "Why only an 8.5 or 8.5?"
I don't give a crap.
You just gotta give it a thumbs up or thumbs down.
I don't.
And of course,
care.
because it's Steven Universe, it's always a thumbs up.
Exactly.
So there is no thumbs down in this scenario.
Unlike you, I don't fear these ignorant plebes who have no clue how.
I guess there is some. It's all thumbs up, so it's kind of hard to tell. Is it bigger thumbs up than something else? So I don't know.
But the point is, I know what my scores mean, and if somebody wants to fight me on, oh, it's not high enough, or oh, it's too high. Well, you don't know me. It's my score.
You don't know me.
It's a subjective score based on my interpretation. So actually, my subjective score is objectively the right subjective score. So you won't know nothing, buddy. You can't tell me what my score is. I'll beat you up.
In real life.
In real life, I'll find you. I'll trace your IP address through your stupid comment that you leave. Anybody who leaves it in the comments that my score is too high or too low, I'm gonna find you.
I challenge you to an honorable boxing duel.
An honorable duel, indeed. An honorable duel that I will cheat to win if I must, because winning is much more valuable to me than honor, especially at least in this scenario. I don't have to maintain my honor when such a dishonorable being is before me.
All right, I think we.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. This has gone far now.
This has gone way too far. We're like talking about honor now.
No, don't. All right, whatever.
All right. So this was our first Steven Universe podcast. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I had a Bespoke podcast.
Steven Universe
We'll think of a new name later.
No, I think we'll just keep it with the Bespoke podcast.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because whenever we're talking about new stuff, it's gonna be the Bespoke podcast. But maybe later we'll have a sort of, we'll talk about the shows the old episodes. We have to figure out a way to go through it because they're not conveniently laid out in 6 or 7 episodes a piece. There's either one episode or an entire season.
We could definitely go back and find out where all the Steven Bombs were.
Well, yeah, that'd be easier for Steven Universe, but not so easy for Adventure Time.
Yeah, Adventure Time with a sane schedule.
Not lately. lately Adventure Time has been literally exactly like Steven Universe.
Basically, Cartoon Network figured out that none of its shows are at all profitable except for 2 of them.
Which is unfortunate.
And it's keeping up Steven Universe and Adventure Time for the Grammys. And by Grammys, I of course mean not Grammys. Whatever the award shows for TV is. I don't know. I'm sure it's gotten a few.
I don't know what it was.
Grammys is for music. I mean, hey, maybe they got a Grammy too for the song.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But at some point, we're definitely gonna have to find a method of starting from the beginning and going through the whole thing.
We'll figure that out.
And also, eventually, I'm gonna get you to do a Star versus the Forces of Evil podcast.
Oh boy!
As soon as I get you to watch the show.
I still have, I think, the first season downloaded on my computer.
But you refuse to watch.
I have never found the time to watch it.
Because that'll be an actually good podcast. Because we'll probably have things to disagree about.
Yeah.
Rather than just both of us saying, "Wow, this show is really good."
I love Steven Universe, guys.
Love Adventure Time. So we'll actually.
All right.
Yeah, I think.
Let's wrap this up. Bespoke podcast. Over and out.
Over and out. Thank you for listening.